Yo, what up? It's me again. I'm just kidding. I'm out here all natural, except for this fake hair. No, it's real. It's real. I paid for it, so that means it's real. Let me stop giving away black girl secrets. Uh-oh. Anyway, anyhow, anywho, it's another beautiful day. I have so many things to do, and I am exhausted. I've been living too many lives. I have a social life, a personal life, and a private life. And sometimes they all blend together. Like yesterday. My social life merged into my personal life, and well, I ran out of time. There weren't enough hours in the day. I do so much in a day that I'm going to need an afterlife to get stuff done. And they have always said that if you want something done, give it to a busy person to do. I'm watching the dragonfly. It was beautiful. Now that was a big ass fly. Those are gross. Anyway, so yeah. But this morning I got up and I'm trying to get my day started, and I went to the Kente store for the very first time. I've never been. And I got some oils. I think I might be allergic because sometimes they make me sneeze. They do smell good, but sometimes my sinuses go a little crazy. So I'm gonna keep working with them because I like them. But at any rate, they told me about this because I went to, not the Africans, I went to the Jamaicans. Not with this style, but the style before last. And I let them do my hair because, I've been told that they do good work. Well, these mamas snatched all my hair up, okay? They caught every little piece of my hair and pulled my edges. I'm like, Lord, have mercy. So when I was in the Kente store, I said, do you have something to bring back edges because they hurt me? So he gave me this oil. I don't know the name of it. I don't like the way it smells, but if it's going to lock my edges back in, I would greatly appreciate it. Because, oh my goodness, they snatched my edges up like I was Kunta Kinte in the homeland of Africa. And I tell you, and after that, I ran back to my original hairdresser. I went back to my roots. I like, no. My name is Toby. Quit playing. So I'm hoping they bring them back because, whew, Lord have mercy. And I got some gray coming in too. We ain't gonna talk about it. Anyway, let's get off my hair and talk about what I really want to talk about today. So many subjects. Last night, this is not what I want to talk about. Last night, my daughter and I went and saw Aladdin, a new remake with Will Smith in it. And at first, I was like, Will Smith is a genie. Quit playing. Because, no, I don't see that happening. Y'all doing too much, Hollywood. But I saw a video that inspired me. And in the video, I guess they were on the red carpet, and there were these two little girls. And they saw Will Smith, and they were asking him, why do you have on regular clothes? Why do you have on clothes? You're the genie. And the way he responded to these two little girls was the sweetest thing ever. And he was telling them why he couldn't wear regular clothes because he couldn't let the people know that he was a genie. And then he offered to take these little girls to go meet Jasmine. And I was thinking, that is the sweetest thing. And he even asked, where's your mom? And their mom was right there with them. And I'm like, now that's a high quality man. I don't know if Will Smith is a high quality man, but that was a high quality male move, okay? After I saw that clip, and I said, I can support that. So I paid at the box office to show my support, because that's who I am. When it's good, I can get behind it. I can say amen. I can raise my hand and support it. But what I want to talk about today, and that's another thing, let me digress for just one moment. I'm going to have to start titling, I learned how to do a thumbnail on YouTube yesterday. I'm learning these things slowly. And anything that you do, you should get better and better at it. So if I'm not getting better and better in perfecting the skill, then there's some issues. So I think I'm coming a long way. And I don't ask people too many questions. I do go to YouTube to learn about YouTube, but I did go to YouTube to learn about YouTube for creating a thumbnail. I love PowerPoint. PowerPoint is I love working in PowerPoint. It allows you to let your creativity flow. And coming up with my former background, because I'm not doing that anymore, ever, never again, especially after I was hurt so badly by corporate America. Not America, just the company I was working with. Like, see, something happens to you, you blame the world. Something happened to you, a white man did you dirty and you hate all white people. A black man did something to you and all blacks are bad. That's kind of stereotyping. It's ridiculous. So it wasn't all of corporate America. It was just the company that I worked with that did me dirty. And it wasn't even the company. It was two individuals who were in positions of authority that did me really, really bad. I don't know how they sleep at night. Well, they probably sleep soundly because that's who they are. And, oh well, I digress. Anywho, I lost my train of thought. Let me get it. Okay, the train came back around and dropped my thought process off. I was talking about how much I love PowerPoint. When you learn something like a software platform like PowerPoint, any other platform that allows you to create slides or videos and things of that nature, you don't really have to go and delve into those things and study those things to learn them, because you already have the basic concept. And once you have the basic concept of a thing, it turns into it's a skill set. Now I have that skill set. Like management, you can go anywhere and manage people. You don't have to manage at that particular company because you have that skill set. You know how to manage people. So it goes with you. So PowerPoint and any other media platform like that to create slides and things, I know the basics, so I can just get right in there. So I don't have to ask too many questions about that. So it transitioned very easily for me into learning how to make a thumbnail without asking too many questions. It's just applying that knowledge that's in me, because there was something in there to draw off of spiritually. I don't know how many spiritual people listen to this, but that's also a spiritual concept. The more you pray, and that's developing your relationship with your higher power, God, or whatever you want to call it. To learn anything, to get to know anybody, you have to be in communication with them. Prayer is your communication with God. And so once you have that communication with God, then that's there, and you could you know how to pray and you know how to communicate with your Father, and it's just something that you always have. You don't have to relearn that. It stays with you. So anyway, what I really wanted to talk about was this guy on social media. I don't know him, but he made some comment that I thought was really crass and horrible about a situation that happened in Florida. An incident occurred, and I don't know what day it was on, but a black African male was married to a Caucasian woman, and they went out to celebrate Memorial Day holiday, and they were in this bar, and these three men, they are all related in the family, got into an altercation with this man because they were upset that he was married to a white woman. Now, they didn't touch the white woman, but they beat this black man near to death. All three of them jumped on him. And the comment that the person on social media made was, LOL, this is Florida, that's to be expected. And me, being the opinionated person that I am, and the founder and member of I Shit Chronicles, also I have a My Two Cents column where I give my opinion on all matters, whatever. Put in my 2 cents, and I let him know that's unacceptable. That response is, first of all, it's not laughable, and the behavior is inexcusable. And if his skin was of a darker pigmentation, maybe he wouldn't find comfort in accepting that is a norm. And he wrote me back, and he was telling me that he's half Latino. Oh, although, whatever. He didn't have to tell me that, but since I put that out there, he and I have been talking back and forth, and we were talking. That's how my social life interfered with my private life. I said it interfered with my personal life, but it didn't interfere with my private life. And we've been talking. And then he left me another message, and we were talking again this morning. And so I feel horrible that people do accept that is a way of life. They accept white violence is standard. It is not okay. It might even be standard because a lot of times I see where, and it's a human thing. It's not just exclusive to one race. People can be violent, but more often than not, white people lean into violence more than any other race, in my opinion. It just, even when they have, like, you have a Black Pride Day, and you have Juneteenth celebration, and you have Cinco de Mayo, stuff like that, people show their pride, they come out and celebrate. When white people get together to show their pride, they come out and they light tiki torches, and they're kicking over cans, setting shit on fire, and they're screaming hate shit, and they want to get out the Klan hats. And they're angry. And then they turn around and say, black people are angry. No, y'all angry. And no, y'all throwing the race card, because as soon as a black person says, I'm entitled to be treated as a regular, decent human being, I'm entitled to live in this neighborhood, I'm entitled to drive this car, then all of a sudden it's like, no. And they pulling black people over. My nephew got pulled over because he drives some $80,000 car. I don't know. And I almost said $80,000 piece of shit because I don't care about vehicles. But they pulled him over because they're like, and they were questioning him. He hadn't done anything wrong. They pulled him over and asked him, was it his car? How did he get the car? What does he do for a living? What makes you have the right to do that? And white people have been living like this for so long that they're not bold. They're not just arrogant. They feel they are entitled to behave this way, and no one can have anything but them. And it is so wrong. And they have used us to tell society that they are elite. And we've allowed it. And we are silent. And they try to promote fear to keep your mouth shut. And we have succumbed to that. And it's really, really sad. And it's time for the tables to turn. And it's not something that you want to say, because who wants to perpetuate violence? I know I don't. But if violence is all you understand, then your response is going to have to be violent, because that's what you're asking for. And sometimes you just have to give the people what they want. Who wants to live in fear? Do you want to live in fear? White people don't violate their rights. They get upset. And I know they get upset because I take everything and I look at it, I analyze it, and I look at it as I treat people the way I want to be treated, and I analyze things the way it makes sense to me. When I'm on a job and you tell me these are your benefits, this is your benefit package. You have this for medical, this for vision, you can have FMLA, you can do, there's something that you could pay into for your daycare and doctor's visits for co-payments and stuff, and you have up until a year to burn all that money out of that account. All these benefits. You have all of these benefits. Fine. I want to utilize my benefits. Don't tell me I can't take my vacation day when you told me I was entitled to vacation days and I accrue them at such an amount. Don't tell me I can't call in sick when I'm sick when I have sick time. Don't tell me all of a sudden that you're going to take away my right not to pay a copay when I go to the doctor's office, and now I have to pay a copay. I'm going to fight for that. I'm going to fight for what you told me I said I could have. I'm going to fight for what you said I could say amen to, because that's what freedom feels like. Don't come taking stuff away from me at your convenience because you want to, because you got greedy and you want some more. No, nobody, no one wants to live like that. No one wants to live a life and in a world where they have to worry about what's going to happen to their child when it goes out that front door. Nobody wants to have that fear of my daughter or my son can't wear a hoodie when it goes dark. And there used to be a law out there. What was it? I'm gonna have to look it up. It was a law out there that you had to be in black. If you were black, you had to be in by a certain amount of time, and there's a trigger word for that. I wish I could remember, but darn it. Well, if I do recall, I'll put it down at the bottom or something. Anyway, blackout towns, I think that was sundown. Sundown towns. And my cousin lives in one, and she was telling me about it. I said, what are you talking about? What's a sundown town? A sundown town is a town where if you're black, you have to be in your house before the sun goes down or you risk getting killed. That's how it was. Who wants to live that way? What other human has the right to impose that type of bondage on a free person? Even if you were in bondage, we're adults. How dare you? I don't understand that. And we've been living this way in America for far too long. And then they say, make America great. America has never been great for all. And since it hasn't been great for all, it hasn't been great for anybody. Because the damage that you seek to do to minorities, it affects white society too. You can't isolate evil. It spills out. It has no boundaries. Evil has no respect of persons. You teach a child to hate, you teach a child to kill, and you teach a child that he's entitled to this, to have everything he wants, and you can never say no to him. Eventually that child will turn against even you. That's how this thing works. And I'm so tired of people acting like it doesn't work this way. I get so tired of seeing excuses being made for Trump. Cut it out. Just stop it. And when Obama was in office, I was reading some article where some woman gave an interview and she said, racism started, the squirrels are fighting. Let me see if you can see them. Don't come over here fighting. Because then I'm going to have to give them the patio. Anyway, she said, and everybody with a good mind, in their right mind, knows that was ridiculous. Racism started when Obama became president. Girl, if you don't sit your silly self down and get off the TV, and who put a microphone in front of your mouth, quit playing. See, people play too much. I laugh a lot because, I have learned to find humor in everything. I laugh when I'm sad. I laugh when I'm happy. I laugh when I'm in misery, because I try to find joy, because that's the only thing that's going to keep my head up. But everything is not funny and everything is not a joke. Oh, I also laugh when I'm nervous. That was a nervous laugh. That was a real laugh. See the difference? Look, squirrel done came and is trying to take over the patio. Squirrel, don't come over here with that. Okay, fine. I'm going in then. You coming over here? You coming to me? Squirrel. Oh, hell no. We ain't having this. I'm going inside. That's right. I'm scared of wildlife. He's scared of me too. We scared of each other. But he can have the patio. I'm done. I basically said everything I wanted to say anyway. Look at him. Can you see him? You know why he's comfortable coming out there? Because he's been given peanuts, not by me, but they come, they want their little peanuts. And I didn't have any peanuts. And that's another thing that people do that I disagree with. Stop feeding wildlife and encouraging wildlife to come inside your area. It's bad enough we're taking over their area, building houses and all of that, so there's not a lot of places for wildlife to live, and we're driving everything extinct. But when you do that, then you start bringing wildlife into your house. We have raccoons where I live, and they come and they invade your trash can, so you have to keep a lid on your trash can, tight lid. I put bricks on top of mine. But some people actually feed those wild raccoons. I read a story where a woman was feeding the raccoons in her neighborhood, left her patio door open. The raccoons came in, got into her house, and attacked her baby while the baby was asleep in the crib. That's a horrifying story. And she brought that situation on herself. Sometimes stop thinking you're doing the right thing because oh, I love animals. I love animals. Leave wildlife in the wild and stop playing with things that you shouldn't be playing with. Hello? I'm Danny Daniels. I'm going to talk to y'all later. In the meantime, in between time, you guys be blessed and have a great day. We'll talk some more.